holes in the dirt.
Yeah, it's soft.
It is.
Ready? Good.
Hi everybody, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for tuning in. We are coming to you from beautiful Colorado. As you can see in the backdrops, we still have some snow up on the mountain. We got a beautiful creek right next to our campsite.
Gorgeous views.
We were putting together a video of another favorite place that we were at, probably in our top 5, and we realized that we kind of missed or lost place or just didn't record an introduction. So
we're going to be doing a video for you today on Wind Creek State Park in Alexander City, Alabama.
It's a beautiful place. We loved it very much. We spent a few weeks up there. As far as state parks go, it was very enjoyable.
It was very peaceful. I think it was very relaxing for us. And
a lot of locals were there, and some of the friendliest people we've never met. So I thank you, Jason and Mona Cable. They are friends of ours. They kind of turned us onto this place, and so we wanted to take a look and check it out for ourselves. So stay tuned and enjoy the video.
Have fun, guys.
Well, Adrian and I are out this morning taking our morning walk. Thought I would talk to you a little bit about the amount of campsites. There's 586 campsites here at Wind Creek. 268 of those are full hookup sites. The remainders either have water and electric or are primitive. Most have water and electric. I think there's only about 70 that aren't. There's 39 that are premium sites that are a 50 amp. Everything else is a 30 amp. Let's see, what else do we got on statistic wise? This thing is made off of, or not made off of, is off the shoreline of Lake Martin. So on those campsites, there are 179 waterfront campsites. So you could really pick where you want to stay. This has the same software as Florida State Parks on the internet. We'll put the link down in the description. We booked out about 3.5 months early. So you can book it 11 months. And you can view each site, which I highly recommend, especially if you have a larger rig. You know, you'll want to make sure that they've got a big enough pad for you. There's 750, a little over 750 miles of shoreline. So it's a very big lake. And this is just outside, just south, I'd say it's probably southeast of Alexander City, Alabama. And it's a pretty cool place. It's really nice, it's quiet. It does fill up. This is Friday morning. I'll take another shot this afternoon and you'll see that there is quite a lot of people. We talked about there's bathhouses just about everywhere, little community buildings. There's plenty to do here, that's for sure. And we swore it was the bird. I'm willing to bet that that is the same year, make and model as what Mark and Trish drove last season. Again, this is a KYD reference. And if you don't know, go check them out. They have great videos. They have a great story and they're very entertaining. But this here is an old bluebird. Still running strong. All right, so we've talked to you a little bit about the Wind Creek State Park, and it is off of, like I said, Lake Martin. So behind me you see Lake Martin. This lake is pretty huge. It's about central Alabama. It's a man-made lake, which we found pretty interesting. The dam was built between 1923 and 1926, so it's an older dam, obviously, almost 100 years old. And the average depth of this lake is 41 feet, so it's got some depth to it, just not super deep enough though. Interesting fact is it's a little over 750 shore miles. It's incredible. So there's a lot of little fingers throughout, a lot of coves built in. It is a very beautiful lake from what we've seen. It has over 41,000 surface acres. So that gives you a little bit of idea of how sprawled out this lake is. Plenty of fishing throughout. Like I said, over at the marina you can rent john boats, pontoon boats. They range anywhere from $10 all the way up to, I believe it was about $900 for rentals. So there is that option if you don't want to bring your boat, but if you do bring your boat, you can definitely either tow it out every day, or there are boat slips available for rent. So again, this is Lake Martin. As you can see, it's nice and peaceful, and Hadrian wants to go swimming. I don't think we're going to let him go swimming today. A fairly large day use area, open from, I think it's 6:30 in the morning till sunset. They have all kinds of picnic tables throughout. All along the shore side. They have facilities here as well. One thing to note though, in the day use area there is no alcohol use, and right now fireworks are prohibited as well, but they have a flip sign, so it looks like probably around 4th of July they might allow them for fire band. I'm not sure. We're not sure on that. This is beginning of April, so
Who knows?
they also have another dock out here. You can see out there in the distance. I have paddle boats out there, kayaks and canoe rentals. We'll see if we can get some prices on those guys for you as well. It's a pretty nice place, that's for sure.
Very big place.
Yeah, very large. So they have this cool little old silo out here, and they've converted it to an observation. I apologize for the wind noise. I grabbed the wrong GoPro for the wind. I didn't realize it was windy out. I know it's a lake. You should have figured it's going to be windy, but you know.
It was nice at the campsite. So when it's nice at the campsite, you don't think about the wind.
It's right, you don't. So we're going to go on top of this little guy and see what that view looks like up there. And surprisingly, the wind is better up here. This is called Pier 53. This is where you rent your kayaks, canoes, paddle boats, ice cream. Okay, so it is saying no rentals currently available. Again, it could be because of time of year, but it looks like 15 bucks for the paddle boats an hour, or 75 for the day, and 10 and 65 for the canoes. Now there is also a thing called Zip Line Adventures, and I'm going to see if we can't see. It's more of a like an obstacle course with zip lines. It's kind of throughout the trees, and we guess we just can't see it here. So up here is one of the zip lines. Kind of come to this platform, and then you launch off and go the opposite direction. So they are kind of spread throughout. Unfortunately, nobody is on them today, but they are throughout the trees. Got over here to the left is a swim beach. No pets allowed in that beach area as well. But you can kind of see the zip line, and that's where that's at. This next little thing is kind of really neat. I've never seen one at a state park. I've seen, you know, facilities that have these as well as areas, but never at a campground. Something that's kind of near and dear to me because I was into it when I was a kid, big time. And before my kids were born, I used to archery hunt. But they have their own little archery range set up. They have it 5 yards all the way up to, I believe it is 50 yards. Youth range here is your 15 yards, and then beyond that is going to be everything that's up and beyond that. So it's really kind of cool. Well maintained, as you can tell. And that's their archery range. So that thing to me was kind of cool to see. Just they have a little bit of everything for everybody. They have the horse equine center, they have putt-putt, they have this, they have fishing, you name it, it is pretty much here. So this is where you can come and camp with your horses. As you can see, there are some here. This is most of these guys here are part of the guided horse trails that they do as well. Again, they have outhouses, but you can park up here with your horse trailer and camp right next with your horses. As you can see, it's a nice big area. Then if you don't have horses, well, then you can go on a horse guided trails. So again, this place has just about everything for anyone. Stumbled onto this by a friend of mine, Jason. Thank you very much. It's a really cool place. We do like it. We do have full plans on coming back here and maybe enjoying it in the summer or early fall anyway.
Maybe even go ziplining.
Possibly ziplining. See, looky there.
Gotta think outside the box. This is actually a very secure camping area as well, because as you'll see here in just a second, you actually have to key in to get into the camping area. There's a gate and a keypad, so people can't just come into the camping area just because. They have to have a reason to be in this section. So that's one thing that makes you feel a lot better. And then as we come down this hill, there are a couple of cabins for rent. I believe that the cabins have their own boat slip, but I'm not 100% positive on that. Oh, Jason says they do have their own boat slips, so I'll show you that here in just a minute. Here are the cabins that have their own boat slips, and there's one that's specified for handicap, but they do have 3 separate cabins on this street, and then it looks like there's some more up this hill over here. So there's plenty of options for camping in cabins if you don't have a camper or a fifth wheel or want a tent camp. There's 3 dump stations here in just this section. I believe there's more dump stations in other areas.
Here's their putt-putt. So they have a cool little putt-putt area.
And now we're heading into section C for Charlie. This is the area, or I'm sorry, section B as in boy. That's the area we are camping in, and they have a nice little park over here. They do have 2 separate bathhouses, and then they have a laundry in this section.